Hey guys, welcome back to Khanvolution. My name's Khan. Right now I'm continuing my, obviously, the World of Warcraft Shadowlands Chains of Domination cinematic journey. If you guys haven't checked out any of my reactions, any of my previous World of Warcraft cinematic reactions, links are down in the description below. As well as appears you guys can go and check those out, as well as my StarCraft, Overwatch, as well as League of Legends cinematics that I've just jumped into. But what happened last time, basically Sylvanas turned against the Jailor, but all too late. The Jailor's pretty much taken the essence of the Arbiter and absorbed it into himself, you know, and sort of, you know, acquired this new badass, almost Lich King looking armor. I mean, he's sort of the originator of the Lich King power, I guess, so it makes sense for him to look like that. He's got Anduin still, you know, locked up, his soul spirit locked up inside the power of the Lich King or whatever, and like the new Arthas 2.0 structure. And Sylvanas obviously sees that. Jaina's heartbroken over it, and Sylvanas can't take that shit no more. I mean, she no longer wants to be a victim of circumstance, basically. She no longer wants to be a slave to this power that's been, like, you know, even though I feel like part of her has always known that this is how it was going to end up, but it's just like it's taken her a very long time to get to the point where she can finally say enough is enough. So let's go ahead and dive in and pick up right after where we left off in my previous cinematic reaction and just see how the story unfolds, because I think the latest cinematics came out about like a week ago. So let's go ahead and dive in 3, 2, 1, sun.
The Jailor is gone. Wherever that gateway led, it's been sealed behind him.
We thought the Jailor was coming to slay the Arbiter, but he absorbed her essence.
Yeah, he absorbed the essence instead of, you know, imprisoning the Arbiter. Yeah, good point.
Jailor be damned.
Maybe it did belong to him in the beginning.
No matter where he's gone, we will find him.
Maybe.
And they took it away from him to establish the Arbiter.
Yes.
Maybe he
Sylvanas
was the
said
Arbiter
something
originally, and
before
then he
she
fucked
collapsed.
up.
But I couldn't make it out.
They had to take his heart
My
away.
knights will hold her captive here in Oribos. When she awakens, we can begin the interrogation.
Yep. They gotta talk to Sylvanas to figure out what's
For now,
what.
We should return to Corvia. Let us hope the Primus can explain the Jailor's plan and tell us what must be done to stop him.
Yeah, because we don't know exactly if all the history we've known about the Jailor and all the previous, you know, all the different representatives of the different, what do you call, the afterlives are actually telling the truth, or a misconstrued version, or a different version of the truth. You know what I'm saying? There's the picture.
Cannot let him reach.
Okay, what's she talking about? Cannot let him reach what?
Jaina, what was it that Anduin left behind?
A compass. It was a gift to his father. Varian had it with him just before we fought the Legion on the Broken Shore.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe Anduin dropped it by accident. He must have wanted us to find it.
As a sign that he hasn't been fully dominated by the Jailor's power?
I believe it's more than that. I sense an enchantment upon the compass. Perhaps Anduin used the light to leave us a message. Bolvar, will you help us examine the compass?
Of course, Jaina. The compass is imbued with a memory.
I sense it too. Very clever, Anduin. What did you want us to see?
Oh shit, okay, they're actually showing us.
The battle is almost upon us. I will deal with the invading forces atop Torghast. When we reach Oribos, you will defend Zoval while he completes the ritual.
You mean he will compel me to defend him? Each time he dominates my will, I feel myself slipping further away. Is this what you felt when Arthas raised you, Sylvanas?
Oh shit, wow. So they planned it beforehand.
Empty. Everything you once were, consumed by darkness.
Yes, young lion. But in the end, the sacrifices we've made will have been worth it. Once the cycle of life and death has been broken and remade, we will...
By that time, I'll have been lost.
Oh,
And so
shit.
will you. I only hope my friends will remember me as I was. Not what you made me to be.
That doesn't really answer much, does it?
Zoval may have won the battle, but he will not win the war. We stand united in purpose, and together we shall claim victory.
Who is this big
Covenants
dude?
of the Shadowlands, step forward.
The Winter Queen sends to you the steadfastness of Ardenweald.
Okay.
My Primus, we offer you the might of
Is this Draka?
Maldraxxus.
I present the devotion of Bastion.
Okay.
Revendreth humbly offers our unity and purpose.
Cool.
4 covenants united. Our hope stands renewed.
What we witnessed in the Arbiter's chamber, it was beyond mortal understanding.
Once, Zoval stood among us as the Arbiter,
Oh!
yet he defied the will of the First Ones and sought to unmake the balance of the cosmos. For his crimes, we stripped our brother of his power and bound him to the Maw.
Okay.
It was I who scribed the runes of domination upon his flesh.
Oh shit.
We used Zoval's anima to construct a new Arbiter, one that would be dispassionate and just. I should have realized that he would never stop fighting to reclaim his power.
That
and
explains
see
a lot.
his schemes through to their bitter end.
What will his next move be?
Zoval pursues the secrets locked within the sepulchre. Should he
Sepulchre?
find the knowledge he seeks, all that you know will be undone. 4 sigils represent the renewed hope of the Covenants. I will use them to forge a key, though I must find something to replace the Arbiter's sigil. Keep pressing the attack against the Jailor's forces. When the key is ready, I will call for you.
Oh, okay.
Death comes for the soul of your world, mortal. But together, we may yet save it.
Damn.
By the light! Jaina Proudmoore!
Wow,
Is
they're
that
meeting
you?
after so long.
Uther! A Kyrian! Of course, it suits you.
I barely recognized you, my lady. The last time we spoke was at...
Strathholm.
Yeah, not
After the
good
calling.
memory.
I remember. You still think of him too, don't you? Even after all these years.
I've tried to put the
Oh
past
shit,
behind
that
me.
music gets you every
Now,
time.
with what's been done to Anduin. All those painful memories have flooded back again.
Memories are like mirrors. They show us parts of ourselves. Sometimes parts we'd like to forget. But you can choose what lessons to carry forward and what to leave behind.
I loved him, you know.
As did I. Take that love with you, Jaina. Let it lend you strength in dark times.
Thank you, Uther. Can you stay a while and talk? There's so much I'd like to share.
Damn, yeah.
It seems some of the memories trouble you.
Yes.
Oh
I
shit.
spoke of Garrosh, son of Gromarsh Hillscream. I'd hoped to spare him from the darkness his father knew. But instead, I fear I'm to blame for the ruin he unleashed.
Fate sets a course before each of us. How are you to blame for the destiny he wrought?
I took him from Nagrand. I made him war chief. But when he needed me most, I left him to falter. And in the end, It was my hand that struck him down.
Your father used to say that a wolf decides whether to come when called, or to turn on its master. There is no fault, only nature taking its course. Garrosh shows his path, my son.
But I set him upon it.
You offered him a choice. You did not choose for him. Mourn if you must, but his decisions are not your burden to bear. His path ended. Yours.
Damn, it's crazy
moves
how
on.
all our characters
Onward.
from the
Yes.
past are sort of just like
There is much to be done.
meeting up.
Thank you, Mother.
So, Tyrion Fordring took up the Ashbringer in my absence. I can think of few more worthy.
Indeed. He met the Lich King in battle and shattered Frostmourne itself.
And yet you sought to raise him into undeath. Why deny him the rest he had earned?
I once told Tyrion that only a silver hand can wield an ebon blade. We needed a fourth horseman, one to lead the others. He seemed the right choice.
It appears fate chose differently. This is not the legacy I meant to leave you, Darien.
You taught me to defend that which I hold dear. I'm proud to carry on such a legacy.
And I am proud of you, my son.
I have been woefully misrepresented. I can be a good friend.
What the shit is that?
A useful friend to those in need. And everyone is in need of something.
What kind of creature
more than
do you even
most
call
from what
that?
I hear. In fact, I imagine this conversation is merely a pretext for you to inquire what I know of Zereth Mortis.
Do you not long to see the realm of the first ones for
Okay,
yourself?
the first ones.
One day, perhaps, if the purpose wills it.
The purpose.
Were you not assigned to Corthia for your intellect, your curiosity? Perhaps your purpose, my friend, is not to hoard knowledge, but to share it with those who would put it to use.
I admit there are so many theories to explore, so many discoveries to be made. No, I will not think of it. Be gone, broker. I need nothing from you.
Not today, perhaps, but one day you will.
Did you truly believe you were my only means of escape, mortal?
Holy
I
shit.
offered you an opportunity, one that you blithely refused. You will pay the price for crossing
Looks
me.
like kill Jaden.
But first, there are more important matters that demand my attention. So enjoy this brief reprieve. It is the last you will ever know.
This cinematic answered a couple of the questions that have been lingering for a while. It says, who is actually Zovaal? And apparently he was the Arbiter previously. Now, what ended up happening is that in the beginning of the Shadowlands cinematic, we got to see the Arbiter doing, basically it's part of Zovaal himself, but it's like without like emotion, without like desire. It's just basically like the most robotic version of him, just going through, basically takes the souls and funnels them out to their respective afterlife locations based on the criteria. It's based on whatever their rules and regulations are. It doesn't decide because the problem with Zovaal was that he became too discompassionate towards the souls that were entering, and he wanted to gain power for himself and stuff like that. It's when he started to become more than just what his job required him to be, and that's when that crazy I guess one of the first ones pretty much inscribed all those incantations onto his skin and sort of trapped him within the maw and took a part of his soul out. That I guess, what do you call that, that sort of glyph out of his body and sort of create the Arbiter instead, so that, you know, life could continue to be funneled through into the afterlives without Zaval's presence. So that's cool. That's one thing that makes more sense. But, you know, obviously Jaina, before she passed out, said something about, you know, that you have to stop Zaval before he goes to this one place. I forgot what the name of it was, but this one location. He's basically trying to break the chains of the life and death and recreate, you know, what the first ones originally established in the first place. So I'm curious who these first ones actually are, and how I know some of you guys have actually explained this in the comments, but like what does Zaval intend to do? Or maybe obviously it hasn't been completely explained yet, but what do you guys think is what are your guys' theories on what he actually wants to do and how he intends to accomplish it? Because right now it seems our team, our heroes are sort of just like going through the flow of, like, you know, getting in touch with like their past, you know, Thrall with, you know, his mother, and obviously Uther and, you know, Jaina, and talking and reminiscing about, you know, Arthas's past, and everything just coming very much full circle. Who are those two individuals at the end, you know? And I don't mean like the broker and one of the Arbiter's, you know, henchmen and whatnot, but like, you know, the ones before them. That one dude was sort of dressed as sort of like a pseudo Lich King, and the other was his father. So what's their storyline about? You guys can leave that down in the comments below. But yeah, the story is getting very interesting. I'm very eager to see what the future cutscenes will ultimately end up revealing about the story of Zaval. He's starting to appear a little bit more interesting, and it seems like that, you know, his wrath and his vengeance and everything against it's not, I wouldn't say justified, but it makes more sense why he's doing what he's doing, because he feels compelled and angry and betrayed, and he wants to take, like, he has a certain vengeance he wants to basically pursue at the first ones for having, you know, jailed him in the first place. So it's cool stuff, man. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Can't wait for the next batch of cinematics from World of Warcraft. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day or wonderful night wherever you guys are. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe, hit that like button, and feel free to share the video. And I'll see you guys next time.